Hello and welcome to the Sands of Time review channel. It's your host Sammy Thunder. Today I'd like to review a watch being the Oris Cotton Candy, which is based on the Diver 65, and it is an all bronze variant of the Diver 65, coming in the sky blue, wild green and lipstick pink colours. This is more of an initial impressions video, but I'd like to go through that specifications firstly. The movement itself is the SW200 with a date at 6 o'clock. The watch features 100 meters of water resistance and also has a screw-in crown. The dimensions of this watch are 38mm diameter with a 48mm lug-to-lug and a thickness of 12mm. The thickness partly due to the high box sapphire crystal, which has excellent anti-reflective coating. The watch itself retails at 3,800 Australian dollars, but can be had for around 20 to 25% off very easily, or if not more. In fact, I think it is a bargain. I'd like to firstly kind of go through my only one negative experience with this watch is sizing of the bracelet. Sizing of the bracelet is kind of difficult, and this was kind of done from my friends' experiences with the watch, as I've currently I'm just borrowing the watch from a friend. However, when they tried to size the bracelet, there are screws from the left and right, and there was quite a bit of complexity to it, so my friend had to spend an extra 50 Australian dollars at an Oris service centre to just get that bracelet sized up. So that's kind of the only downside I see in this watch, is that there is a certain degree of complexity to sizing the watch. But if there's anyone in the comments section who want to let me know if they've actually sized the watch themselves, please do get in touch with me. Now, with all the bad stuff out of the way, let's go to why I like this watch and why I think this watch is a huge value proposition and has features that you'd see in much more expensive or premium watches, but at such an affordable cost. The number one thing I love about this watch is the dial. Oris has they've put a lot of thought into this watch. What I mean by this is through the use of the boxed sapphire crystal. Now, this is unlike other box sapphire crystals. This is a very high hyperdomed box sapphire crystal, and it has a lot of reminiscence to the Seiko 62 MAS reissue and the 62 MAS itself, and that's because it kind of shows off the distortion of those indices. It's not a milky texture from the side. You don't just see a milky texture from the side. It's proper anti-reflective coating where you can see the effect of those indices. Now, I love everything about this watch. The execution, the dial color, I couldn't see much flaw or any flaw under the macro. It's done exquisitely. The bezel action is superb and kind of reminds me of Tudor bezel action, except it doesn't have those ceramic detents through it. Now, this is a bronze watch, so you must expect that this watch will eventually patina, and it does patina fast. After 3 weeks of ownership, under the macro, I've been able to see a bit of green patina forming on the crown itself, and obviously through this footage you can tell that there's an aging going on. So just be prepared if you do want to go for a bronze watch. It starts off as rose gold and it looks amazing. It looks like you've got an actual rose gold watch, and eventually it kind of darkens up, and depending on the environment it's in, you can see a bit of specks of green or some other dark colors in there. So that's the only thing that you need to be aware of when purchasing any bronze watch. But honestly, I think this is an excellent value proposition to be had. It is a beautiful watch, that's all it is. And if you have a taste in good watches, regardless of brand, this is not just, in inverted commas, just an Oris. This is more than just an Oris. It is a sweet and lovely piece that can be worn in dressy occasions or in the summer in the beach, and it's a conversation starter. People will always come up to you. People will notice it. Bright colors are very noticeable. So this is kind of my take on the Oris Diver 65 Cotton Candy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. It's Sands of Time, exiting.